We got to have a boogeyman in this country. Who's the bad guy? Who can we get away with being mean to, you know? Right now it's trans people. They're so scary. There's like 100 of them, you know? It's like 300 million people in the United States. 100 of them are trans. We hide the kids. They got books. They're reading, you know? I don't know if they're more scared of Drag Queen Story Hour because of the drag queens or the books, you know? Like, it's one thing that they're in drag, but they are reading books out there. You ever notice how the most anti-trans people, some like old conservative dude with titties? He's like, hey dog, maybe you ought to jog off that B cup before you all talk about everybody's gender. Check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. It's not, they're not the only anti-trans people. Sometimes it's old couples too. Old couples with the same exact short white haircut. He can no longer grow whiskers because his hormones have changed. She can't stop growing whiskers because her hormones have changed. They both got saggy boobies, and they're wearing matching outfits. It's like, hey, guys, you're gender fluid at best, okay? All right. You're at least non-binary, Meemaw. Sit down, relax. It's gonna be fine. So scary, it's way scarier than mass shootings or climate change. It's terrifying. I think it's really interesting to me that the most anti-gay group out there is called the Proud Boys. I hope there's none here, but I don't want to see their boobs shake while they run at me down the aisle. The Proud Boys. We gotta stop the gays. Like, dude, your group name is the gayest shit I've ever heard in my life. Proud Boys? I immediately picture a twink twerking in a rainbow onesie on a pride float. That's the first thing I think of. Tassels, maybe a dick out. I don't know. It's a very gay name, is all I'm saying. Proud Boys is the gayest group name I've ever heard. Only thing gayer would be like dudesfuckingotherdudes.com. You know what I mean? Like, I have really bad news, Proud Boys. What a dumb name. That's what I would call them if I didn't know their name and I was mocking them to their face. I'd be like, oh, look at these boys. Look how proud these boys are. You boys gonna go overthrow the government with those nunchucks you got from the flea market with your pawpaw. Aww. You boys are gonna need some Capri Suns. You're gonna be thirsty from all that fucking treason. Whose mommy bought the orange slices? Look, regardless of where you fall on the political spectrum, can we at least agree we need better names for the hate groups? It's like, let's put some thought into this, guys. Oath Keepers? First time I heard that, I was like, oh shit, I was in that in junior high youth group, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's where you promise not to have sex until you get married, right? No wonder why they're all angry and like storming the Capitol. They're all virgins, they're all pissed off and frustrated. It's hard to be a fucking incel with no friends, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta dress up and play war. The leader of the Oath Keepers, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, he's going to prison, which is a good place for that guy. He's super alpha. You've probably seen him. He's very alpha. His name is Stuart. And look, I like the name Stuart. One of my favorite comedians is named Stuart Huff. Wonderful human being. I like the name Stuart. Think it's a great name. But I'm not going around being like, I'm a bald eagle monster truck machine gun muscle man alpha male. What's your name? Stuart. I heard he was going to jail. I was like, I gotta Google him. I gotta see this fella. I Googled him, and you should too. Because he's got an eye patch. And then I was like, wonder how he lost that eye. So I Googled that. I was like, he's fucking alpha. Probably lost it in battle. He shot himself in the face. Oh my God. He shot his fucking eye out, and then 2 million rednecks are like, that's who wanting to lead me into the battle right there. Ralphie from the Christmas Story. Crazy. What a crazy place to be a white supremacist. In the United States of America, the most ethnically and culturally diverse society in human history. And these dudes are on the news like, this is a white country. Like, no, it's not, dog. Turns out every large city in the United States has a China inside of it. You should probably leave your road. Put a little extra gas in your four-wheeler, go to another road, have a look around. Make yourself at home, you know? I've seen this country. I've driven almost 800,000 miles touring this country, performing stand-up comedy. I've performed in almost every large city in the United States. I don't want some dipshit who never left his town telling me what America is. I've fucking seen what America is. And the best thing about this country... The best thing about this country is our diversity, not the other way around, okay? We're the melting pot. It's our whole thing. If you Google us, it's on our Wikipedia page. It's in the top 5 things, like bald eagle, titties, you know, baseball, Budweiser, melting pot. Maybe not Budweiser anymore, but you know what I'm saying. When you're too much of a redneck for Budweiser, I can't drink Bud Light no more. It tastes like dicks now. How do you know? What a frustrating place to be a white supremacist. Can you imagine going to literally any city in the United States, walking around being like, look at all these people different than me having a good time. This is bullshit. And say, hey, racist, if you're gonna be mean to a group of people, can you not fuck with the ones that give me free chips and salsa? Have you had a chimichanga, you dumb bastard? I'm tired of them coming over here with all their hard work and delicious food. It's like, people are like, what about the drugs? What about the violence? I'm like, yeah, we shouldn't have bought those drugs or gave them those guns. We're the ones buying the drugs, and guns are illegal in Mexico. I know, because I've been. It's crazy. I went to Mexico. I lived in my van down there for 3 months. I surfed every wave on the Baja Peninsula. And I told even my coolest friends, when I told them, I was like, I'm going to Mexico. And they were like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm positive. They're like, but are you sure? I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, what about the cartels? And I was like, I wasn't gonna hang out with them, dog. I'm not going to fucking Juarez, dog. I'm going to Cabo. I'm gonna surf. And the whole drive down there is like donkeys and people waving hello. It's very nice. I'm gonna eat tacos and surf and drink margaritas. It's wild, man. I think one of the ways that we can defeat racism is we gotta get white supremacists to eat better food, you know? Like, hey, you might be a racist too if all you ever ate was chicken tenders and Mountain Dew, you know? It gets old chewing on cigarette butts all the time. Right? Give a white supremacist some chicken tiki masala. Watch his whole shit turn around. Like, JP, have you had tiki masala? Holy shit, bro. black Indian people now. Golly. I thought I was racist. Turns out I was just hungry.